My real name is James Jakwob. I am otherwise known as Jakwob. I produce dubstep, primarily for club, but I also produce a variety of other kinds of music for other artists as well. Constantly gigging, making music all the time. The drop idea and the wobble idea came from the house aspect of dubstep. One big heavy bass line that's so distinct within the track. There are a lot of wobble tracks, there are a lot of like big bass heavy tracks. So there'll be a build up, then something will stop, and then something very, very clean and simple will happen, and that'll be the bit that like you need to go change your underwear or something like that. That's the drop element of it, yeah. There's probably not many people in the world that'll be like, oh, they definitely used that, and they've definitely done this, this and this to create that sound. Because they're such awkward sound, they're such weird kind of sounding things. I think they have to be kind of combination of accidents, really. Before I even started making the style of music, I got drawn towards it because I've listened to reggae since I was born. Like, I've loved reggae, and then I played in metal bands. This is perfect. This seems to work really, really well. Just completely using Reason Record. I'm using Record now, solidly. Everything musically that happens is recorded and automated and edited, everything in Record. I got my first laptop, and that's when I had Reason 2, and I could use it in like my front room, my kitchen, like sit in my bedroom, play with it, and then go into the studio room and hook it up to the speakers and then blast it out and see what I've made and really kind of go into the sounds and like perfect them. This is the first single, this is Here With Me. I originally made it in Reason. I thought like, oh, this one's feeling a bit muddy, like the original was like kind of, if I added one or two more elements to it, it would just be like getting all muffled, and I wouldn't be able to, I'd have to EQ it by putting like EQs in each individual component, but with Record I could just like put it all in and make new mix channels for each one, and it'd be a lot cleaner and a lot more EQ'd, and I don't know, there'd be a lot more space between the sounds. Overall, it's just amazing, and to have it in different windows as well, have like my arrangement in one and the mixer in the other, is just brilliant. So you can just listen to a track, do the automation. It's just really, really handy. There were 3 bass lines going on here, and then there's this sample, I think, an orchestral sample, which is at the point where I was like, I definitely want to start using strings in my music. So there's one that's got LFO going on, and then there's one that's got nothing on it. They're exactly the same sample. I use them, kind of crossfade them into each other. The effect is a bit more rhythmical than just having straight strings, so it's... About a month ago, I kind of made the sound that I was probably first trying to like make on Reason. When I heard this record, it was this track by The Others, they're from London. I was just like, I need to be able to make this sound. Like, how the hell did they make this? It's a Maelstrom sound, actually. Okay, so I got 2 Maelstroms up, took out the main output of the top one, then put the output into the input of the bottom one. But then this is the thing that you're not going to have access to, is my presets. So I've got my preset there and preset here. And then, so this is kind of... And then you can do like, you can even add a arpeggiator on there. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but it does. 2 years ago was like, alright, I'm making music in my room, and then a year later it's like, alright, I've got a manager, agent, like, and then I get a lawyer, and it's like, oh crap. Now I've got a live agent, and then within a week of having a live agent, I had a year of gigs. Oh shit got serious. Now I'm making music, really making music, for real. Like, people are gonna hear this music. I can't go to another piece of software and use it. It's not because I haven't taken the time, it's just because I've tried everything, but it just seems the way that I kind of like to lay things out, and things are rooted, and you can see things physically and be hands-on with something is completely different. There's no real like set rules and like ways you should work. You can read manuals and stuff, but the best things I've made have always been through accidents and through experimentation. Do absolutely anything and don't be kind of peer pressured in by anybody or anything you watch or read to do things a certain way. Experiment loads. Just, yeah, don't be scared of trying new things. I guess that's probably the best bit of advice I'd probably tell them. Yeah.